That'll wake you up. Alrighty. Hello, Flog and Flogettes. It's your boy BD3, and we are back with another very drunk, very Aussie recap of some stuff that's going on in the NBA today. And I've heard the calls. I've heard it's been coming. It's like a fucking bat signal up in the sky. You want to talk about Bronny James? Let's talk about Bronny James, right? So the 55th pick in the NBA draft, right? Probably had more talk than the number one pick. Fucking Ricochet. I don't even fucking remember his name. Something Ricochet. Anyway, fuck him. Everyone's talking about Bronny James, right? Not just because he got drafted to the Lakers where his dad fucking plays. I don't know if you've heard of him. His name's fucking LeBron James. Senior, I guess. But also that he signed a contract pretty quickly after draft day. He signed a 4-year, 7.9, I think it was, 7.2 or $7.9 million contract with the Lakers. And everyone's losing their fucking collective minds about it, right? Everyone's fucking flying the coop out and just fucking losing the plot over it, right? Because God forbid someone signs a contract. And it got me thinking about it, right? Because everyone's like, oh, they've wasted the 55th pick. They should have drafted some other fucking random kid from some know-nothing school because he averaged fucking 12 points a game. He should have been the 55th pick. You can shut the fuck up right now. Just throw that shit in the trash, take the trash, throw it out the back, light it on fire, then piss on the ashes, right? Because I have here in my hot little hand a list of the last 10 55th picks in the NBA draft. And I want you, I'm going to run through the list, and I want you to tell me if you know who any of them are, assuming that fucking Jesus. Assuming that they aren't on your current team. Almost had a heart attack then. Right, ready? We're going to list off the names here. Bronny James, Isaiah Wong, Yu Santos, Andrew Will, Aaron Wiggins, Jay Scrubb, Kyle Guy, Arnold Kulboka, Nigel William Goss, Marcus Page, and Candy Lalane. Right? Can you tell me anything about any of those fuckers right now? If there was a gun to my head right now and I had to tell you something about any of those guys that wasn't Aaron Wiggins, I would be dead because I do not know who the fuck any of them are except obviously Bronny James, right? And my point is, who gives a flying fuck? It's the 55th pick. You almost get no value out of it ever, so you may as well get fucking LeBron's son and keep him happy, right? LeBron, what he is and what he isn't at this stage doesn't really fucking matter, right? He is LeBron James. He is the closest thing we've got to an icon in the game currently, right? He draws attention, he draws fanfare, he draws haters, which draws revenue, right? And the one thing, fucking let me tell you, right? I was involved in pro wrestling years ago. The one thing you've got to understand is that the people that boo spend the same amount of money as the people that cheer, right? So whether they're cheering or they're booing, they're still spending all the same money, right? It's all revenue, right? And that's what LeBron James creates. He creates revenue, he creates people talking about the product, right? Which is what you want. So, going back to my original point of Bronny James. Fucking, Bronny signs this 4-year, $8 million deal, whatever the fuck it is, right? And everyone's losing their collective fucking minds over it. But let me tell you, one of the names I listed off there, Yu Santos, who was drafted 55th a couple of years ago by the Golden State Warriors, has a contract with Golden State. Can you guess what it is? It is a 3-year, $5.2 million contract, right? It's a very similar contract to what Bronny's on. Obviously, he's a little bit older and he's a little bit further into that contract, but it's essentially the same kind of deal, right? Bronny James has signed 4 years at the fucking minimum, and people have lost the plot. Do you people not have anything better to do than fucking worry about minimum contracts, right? They sign them for these 4-year or these long deals on minimum contracts because, assuming they are what you expect them they're going to be, you're not wasting much money. You're wasting, $1.8 million, $1.9 million a year. It's fucking nothing in the whole scheme of things. But if they hit, like in the case of Aaron Wiggins, and become a viable role player for them, you've got them on a extremely friendly minimum deal. So either way you win, right? Worst case scenario, he doesn't work out, he can be trade fielder on a trade, or you can fuck him off and so you're losing $1 million out of your cap, $1.5 million out of your cap, right? If they turn into anything other than that, you have a valuable contract. Either you can keep to keep yourself under the salary cap if you're like the Lakers and you're always near the cap, or it is a valuable trade piece to get someone that is actually going to help you. So, people, you need to find better things to bitch and moan about than fucking the minimum contract that Bronny James has signed. Now, moving all that out the side, just fucking that right off the side here, right? What do I think about Bronny James? I think he is going to surprise some people. He is a smaller guard, but watching what we were able to watch, people forget that he almost fucking died, right? Like he was almost dead. He had that big fucking heart explosion thingamajig, whatever it was, I don't know, I'm not a fucking doctor. And then he comes back and he plays, right? But he was never going to be 100% after that. But what he does, and if you ever watched him play before that, he was a hard worker, he was an energy guy, he was a defensive menace, and he has a clean shot, right? He has a very clean looking shot. What that tells me is, I think Bronny James will be a player that will play better at the NBA level than he did or was able to show at the college level because of the different styles of play. Bronny James is going to come in the first few years, he probably won't do much, right? But if he gets a go at it and that shot continues to improve, he's going to be a guy that's going to be able to come off the bench, give you some energy, play some defense, and hit some threes. He is going to be your absolute quintessential role-playing or bench 3-and-D player, right? Do you know how hard they are to find? Do you know how many teams right now are trying to find those kind of players, right? If he becomes something close to that, he is going to get a second contract, and he's going to get a third contract, and he's going to be in the league for 12 years, right? He doesn't have to become fucking LeBron James, and he's never going to be his father, right? Does anyone know what the fuck Michael Jordan's kids are doing apart from fucking nailing fucking Scottie Pippen's wife? Honestly, you tell me what fucking, I can't even remember their names, but you tell me what they're doing now, because it's not playing fucking basketball. If you are comparing Bronny James to what his father is, you're going to have a bad time and you're not going to do anything productive with your time, right? But if you scale it back a bit and you say, right, can he become a productive member of an NBA team? Of course he fucking can, right? Because the work ethic is there. It is the effort and the training and the want to improve, right? And if he comes in and if at the end of his career, if he's been in the NBA for a decade and he's been a fucking, a fringe starter and a role player and someone that championship level teams chase because he's got that 3-and-D stuff and he can give you a little bit of something off the bench, that is a successful career, he's got to have made $30 or $40 million. I mean, what the fuck more do you want from the kid, right? You're waiting for him to fail, you fuckwits. And anyone out there who is sitting there waiting for a fucking 19-year-old kid to fail just because you don't like his fucking father, you are shit cunts. You are the worst people on the planet, and I hope you die in a fire, right? Everyone else, let's calm the fuck down, see what happens. Why don't we give the kid a chance to see what he can be in the NBA, right? Why don't we just see? And nepotism, whatever the fuck, you think it is, I don't give a crap, right? Who the fuck cares? Let's just let the kid succeed or fail on his own fucking merits, right? Fuck me, you people need to get better things to do. Fuck, that was at the bottom there. Right, and with that, very classy end, brings us to another end, or another fucking episode of fucking a very drunk, very Aussie person recapping the NBA. I've been BD3, flogs and flogettes. I hope you got a beer in you and you have a great fucking weekend. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Fuck yous.